Hello, so this is a tutorial on how to make UI for Hytale. Obviously Hytale is not released yet, but they've announced that they're using NoesisGUI for the framework, so we can learn this and create some UI in preparation for its release. So they've got a program to design UI, so if you head over to their website, which you can find by searching NoesisGUI into Google, or I'll put a link in the description also. You can click Studio, Beta Download, and then you scroll down until Noesis Studio Beta. Make sure you get this one and not the Unity or Unreal ones. So you just download it. I've already downloaded it, but yeah. So you'll have your file here. You just extract it, and this will pop up. And you just run the studiotool.exe. It might say it's an unrecognized app. You just click run anyway, and it will launch. Sometimes it might ask you if to allow it past the firewall. You can just click allow. And then this is a list of sample projects that come with NoesisGUI if you want to open those up and look at how those work. Otherwise, you can just click create new to create a new project. And you can just put it into a folder. So I'll just create one called tutorial, and the project will be called tutorial, and create project. So this UI designer, this is the UI that we're going to be creating. Right now it's just a grey background, but we'll be able to put stuff here. This is the file explorer, so if you put any images into the directory that you just created, they'll show up here. You can also create folders and stuff, and import assets. This is all the files inside the selected folder. So if I made a new folder here, then there's nothing inside the folder, so there's no assets here. But if I click this one, there's a main page.xaml, which comes with the project. So let me just delete that one. Yeah, so you don't really need to worry about the rest of this stuff right now. Let's head over to the main page.xaml, right click it, and it'll give you a few options. You should open it in a text editor. I'm going to use VS Code, and it should come up with something similar to this. So we'll be putting our new code in here to describe the UI. Well, it's not really code, it's more like configuration. It's quite similar to HTML and CSS if you've done any web development before. So this is just specifying what libraries and stuff we're going to be using. So like NoesisGUI, and the rest is just other XML stuff. You don't really need to worry about it. It'll just be in every project you make. Yeah, this is also something you can ignore. This is the width and the height of the UI. I'm just going to leave it the defaults, and this is the background color. So like, it's just a hex code. You can also put text in here, and it'll figure it out. So like here it's white, and then if I put it back to what it was, then it's gray again. So as I said, it works kind of like HTML. So if you wanted to make a new element, you could do something like this. And you do need to close the tag at the end, just with a / here. Yeah, and if we save this and then go back to NoesisGUI, we'll see we've got a button here, and the text on it says click me. You don't actually need this, because a lot of elements won't have anything inside them, so if you don't, for those you can just put the / there, and it will close it automatically, so you can see it's still working. Other elements do have stuff inside them, so like let's say we wanted a border around our UI, we could use a border element. And then border brush, that's just the color, so let's do red. And then border thickness, let's say 10 pixels, and then we just put that there. And then if we go back, we can see it's red. So you might be wondering how to make this button actually do something, and we can't actually do that right now because Hytale's not released. But I can kind of walk you through what you would do once Hytale releases. You would specify an onClick attribute here, and you would give it a function to run, and then in your Java plugin, you would that method would be executed, and you would be able to run code. And I assume you would also be able to do it with visual scripting, but that's not been announced if you can or not. Yeah, so if you're using VS Code, you can press Shift Alt F to format the code. If that isn't doing anything, then you can go to Help, Show All Commands, and type in Format Document. And if you click that, then this will pop up the first time you do it because you don't have an XML formatter installed. So if you just click Install, go over here and click Install on XAML styler, and it'll go ahead and install. And then if you go back to your main page, and then if you press Shift Alt F, then it'll automatically format, and that's a lot better than having to do it manually. Okay, you might be wondering how to know to make a border element and a button and everything. For that, you can just go to your browser and go back to the NoesisGUI website, and if you go over to Developer, Documentation, this will come up with a lot of tutorials about making different elements. So like this just describes everything about buttons. Yeah, and you can just click on anything and you get information about all the attributes. So this is all the attributes that buttons have, like font size, font family, background. So let's take this, and in the button, let's say we want a white button. Yeah, now we've got a white button. We might want to change the text color, but maybe that's something you can figure out how to do. Okay, thanks for watching.